Hello! What's going on, everybody? The 2019-2020 Premier League season is over. The FA Cup actually just finished today. As of the day I'm recording, Arsenal get their win against Chelsea. They win their 14th FA Cup final, but I'm not here to talk about that today. I'm here to talk about the next season, in particular, the kits that each team is going to be wearing next season. Now keep in mind, as of the day I'm recording this, not every club has released their kit, and there's still one more championship team that needs to be determined to be in the Premier League. They still have to sell that spot. So with that being said, I'm only going to review the clubs that have either released their kits or have something leaked. Pretty much all of the major Premier League clubs have released their kits. I honestly think there's only like 5 to 6 clubs missing. We still got a majority of the clubs. I'm going to be ranking each kit on the Tier Maker website, and I'm also interested to hear what you guys think as well. So let me know in the comments whether you agree with my opinions or not, which kits you like the most, which ones you like the least. I'm going to be starting off in alphabetical order. Now that AFC Bournemouth is out of the Premier League, we start with Arsenal. Now this kit I just absolutely love. As a Liverpool fan, I'm very jealous of any club that has Puma as their sponsor. They nail their kits, honestly. Especially this year. Arsenal's looks stunning. Got a nice arrow zigzag design on the red, and yeah, it just looks like a more detailed version of what they normally produce. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. Arsenal is going in the love section. They fully deserve it. Arsenal, congrats on your FA Cup win, and congrats on getting some of the best jerseys in the Premier League. Bravo. Next up is Aston Villa. They got the Newcastle sponsor. Overall, the vertical lines that are pretty subtle look slick. It's not my favorite kit I've ever seen, but in general, I've never been too impressed with Aston Villa's layouts. I'm gonna put this one at no opinion because it is an improvement, but it's still, pretty average Aston Villa stuff. Up next is Brighton. I think this is a huge downgrade in my opinion. I'm not a huge fan of the collar. I'm not a huge fan of the color concept. Sure, it's old-fashioned and it might look nostalgic, but I'm just not a fan of the overall design. I think last year's kits was way better. I was actually trying to pick one up when I went to one of their matches last year against Southampton. It isn't the most awful design, but I'm putting Brighton at dislike. I'm not a fan. Next up is Burnley, which is not actually released yet, but an image was leaked. I hope this is correct. If not, I apologize. Judging this though, not a fan. It's got their same colors, love bet, nice looking sponsor. The red going down the sleeves is not a strong suit for this kit. I didn't choose this vocabulary, but I'm gonna say I'm not a fan of this. I'm putting it in hate. It's definitely in the bottom for me. Sorry, Burnley fans. Next up, Chelsea. Chelsea were the first one to release their kit, and I gotta say, massive downgrade. I loved their kit last year. It was amazing. Best kit in the league in my opinion. Amazing pattern design. This, with this number 3 sponsor, I'm not a fan of it. It looks off-putting, like having a number at the front and then a player's number on the back. Doesn't really make sense to me. I know it's just a sponsor, but we're putting it on a kit. And for a kit, awful sponsor. They've already been memed several times whenever they do lose by 3 goals. I'm sorry, Chelsea. You used to be in the love section, but now you're at the bottom. Crystal Palace isn't released yet. I'm gonna skip that one. Now Everton, I was impressed by. We got the new Hummel and Kazoo sponsor, which is brilliant. Nice little pattern at the front. And then the arrows on the shoulders, I think is a great touch, honestly. Great job, Everton. I gotta rate Everton up there. Definitely a very nice kit. I'm putting it in the love section. Very nice upgrade compared to last year's. Leeds, the newly promoted team, didn't release their kit yet, so we're skipping that. Now Leicester City do have some interesting new touches. They got the new sponsor, Thailand Smiles With You, which is a nice touch. King Power was still pretty fitting, but this works too. But I do gotta say, I think it's a downgrade from last season's. I thought last season's kit was brilliant, top notch. This is a downgrade for sure. I don't know whether to put them at dislike or no opinion. I'm putting them in the dislike category considering it is a downgrade. Liverpool. Now this is the club I support, and I gotta say, disappointed. I do not like this green stripe they added around the collar. Looks like some toothpaste. I get it's trying to mimic some classic memories, but not a fan. I think they could have done a lot better. Nike is pretty unoriginal with their designs, especially this year. Barcelona copied some previous designs as well. It's not hideous, but it's definitely a downgrade. I'm giving it a dislike. I think their best kit in recent times is the one they wore when they won the Champions League. Now up is Manchester City, a Puma design with unique detail. I'm rating this really high. I love it. I don't care what anyone thinks. I think it's an original, flawless design. We got some nice patterns in there. Their other kits are looking nice too. They've already revealed everything, so they're at the top with Arsenal and Everton for sure. Not a fan of the club, but their merch, flawless. Manchester United's, I'm pretty sure it's not officially released yet, but it was leaked. Got some little lines. It doesn't look that creative, honestly. It's not bad, but I have seen better. They never really lose in the kit game. I mean, they always produce something fairly nice. This is not bad, it's just not their best. I'm giving Manchester United a like. Newcastle, it is Puma, and I gotta say it's the least favorite Puma kit I've seen so far in the Premier League. It's got that classic design. It's not necessarily bad, but it's not like brilliant either. Definitely fits what the club is, but it's not necessarily creative in any ways either. I'm putting them at no opinion. Sheffield United, this one is a leaked kit. Originally the shoulders were red, now they're white. It actually does look nicer, but it still feels pretty basic. Obviously I wasn't expecting much, but although the touches are better, I'm not necessarily impressed at the end of the day, so I feel like eventually they could come up something with a bit more creative. Their badge and their kit game is a bit weak. Although Newcastle is also a striped team, and I put them at no opinion. I don't know, I felt like Sheffield can do a little bit better. I'm putting them at dislike. Next up we've got Southampton. Got the white diagonal strip on the body, Under Armour. It's not great, it's not bad. It's definitely a different design from what they normally do. Definitely not the favorites, but I gotta say, it's an interesting touch. I'll give them a like. Now we move on to Tottenham. Now we're only really looking at home kits, and by their home kit, flawless. I actually think it's a great job. Got some subtle shades in there, and I'm digging it, but their away kit, I'm not a fan of the color at all, but we're only looking at home kits, and with Tottenham's colors, I love the design. I'm putting it at the top section. Now we move on to West Ham. It looks pretty similar to previous designs, but compared to last year's, I actually thought last year's was a nice touch. I liked it a lot more than this, so not a huge fan of this. It feels a bit basic, although it's like their classic design. I feel like they could be a bit more creative. I'm putting West Ham at dislike. Sorry. Now finally we got Wolves. I'm in love with the body part, but the sleeves I think are a bit, they could have done better. I feel like it could have been more orange than black. Maybe reverse the colors and it could have worked out. But the pattern on the body is beautiful, and obviously the colors are pretty unique. It's not the best kit, but it has some nice tweaks for sure. I'll give Wolves a like. Why not? Alright, so that's 16 Premier League teams covered in this video. We still have 4 more kits to be released officially. I don't feel like reviewing concept kits because it's not even official. It's just what fans want, and we could get anything. It's a mixed bag. So yeah, I'm ending the video here. Once again, let me know what you guys think about these new kits. If you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all later. Lock and watch.